Guillaume Brahimi. Thank you so much for joining me today with iced tea with Jules.
Thanks for having me, Jules.
We're here in the beautiful Hamilton Island for Audi Hamilton Island Race Week at Qualia Resort, just living the dream right by the pool.
Yeah, correct.
And you're here officially as the ambassador for Audi, is that right?
That's correct. That's correct. Yes. Very exciting. I'm doing a few events here in this paradise, and I've been an Audi ambassador for probably 6 months now.
Oh,
so it's very new. Yeah. You know, when I arrived 23 years ago in Australia, if you would have said to me I would become a Audi ambassador, I would have said yes. That's a good joke. What's the next one? Yeah.
Well, you seem like a passionate advocate for the brand.
Perfect.
Now, can we talk about tea? Because I'm a big tea lover and you're a foodie. So I feel like we might have some sort of connection here. Please tell me you're a tea drinker.
I'll tell you what we're doing. Well, I'm a drinker. I enjoy my tea. I enjoy my Earl Grey. I enjoy my peppermint tea. But what we're trying to do these days in my restaurant in Paddington in Sydney, we're trying to do a matching food with teas, because not everybody wants, the classic wine. So we're doing matching wine, sparkling wine. We're doing matching wine, old world, new world, and now we're working on the matching tea with dishes.
Oh wow, that's great.
Yeah, and that's really interesting. That's pushing a little bit the bar.
Yeah.
And so we're doing a lot of tea testing. And when you start doing tea testing, God, there's so much.
Yeah, it's endless.
There's quite a lot of average tea up there, the commercial big teas, until you realize the real tea lovers are very special.
Yes. Oh, that's great. I'm going to have to come and do some tea tasting.
Tea tasting. Well, we needed someone, so here we go.
Okay, done. I'm hired. Now, you are one of the most well-respected chefs in our country. So,
nice.
And you've worn your whites, and I appreciate that.
Yes.
Very
very
much.
Clean too.
Take me a little bit further back into how you grew up and where you grew up and how you've become this amazing chef that you are today.
Thank you for these very kind words.
I've eaten your food, so I can say it's true.
Do you know, Jules, the hardest thing is question of what am I doing in Australia? I never thought in my youth I'd be leaving Paris, moving to the suburb or moving to south of France. Like, I never thought. I thought Paris would be my town.
You were born in Paris?
Born in Paris, raised in Paris, left school at 14. School was not for me, and it's a horrible thing when you're a teenager, 14, 15, when there's a lot of things happening in the life of a young teenager, and you're not good at school. And when I told my dad I wanted to be a cook, and I was a bit worried because I thought my dad might say, well, you need to go to your baccalaureate, and he said to me, great, fantastic. Let's find the best school and let's go to do an apprenticeship. And without the support of my parents, I don't think I would. Very hard to be an apprentice in Paris. The wages are miserable. It's hard. From going from a private school at 14, at 15, doing 65 hours a week. Is a big change of pace.
Yeah, and you're a kid at that age
and
still.
You're a kid, I'm looking at my daughter Constance, who's 15. My God, I would have wished her what I've been through at 15.
Because I can imagine, especially in France, that they're all about their food and how they cook it, and I can just imagine that would have been, especially back in those days, it would have been very hardcore, a very hardcore.
Because if you're a chef, you need to be tough on your apprentice, and if you're a chef, you need to scream because that's the way it should be, and if you want to be respected, it was horrible.
And that's how it was for you, the apprentice?
It was really hard, and I was lucky my parents were there, like many times I come home crying, wanted to quit. My friend were going to the snow, school holidays. I said, I want my school holidays. It's not happening. You're in a men's world, like in the adult world, should I say. And my dad always said to me, when I was down, emotionally, he used to say to me, "You're making an investment for the future, hanging there, hanging there."
I bet you're glad you hung in there.
Yeah, but I was lucky to have the support of my family, to care for me when I was down, sad, and tired.
What made you come to our fair shores?
Crazy thing, I was at Robuchon at the time. So Joël Robuchon, 3-star Michelin, the hardest restaurant to get in the world. We booked out 6 months in advance. When you're there, you don't go anywhere else,
Right.
And I spent 3.5 years there, nearly 4. And one of the chefs went to open the Nico Hotel in Post Point in Sydney. Nico is not there anymore, the Nico Giuseppe, and he said, it's pretty good. And my parents just come back from holiday and met up with some people from Sydney. And one way or the other, they said, Guillaume, they invite you. They want you to come have a look to Australia. So I went on in August holiday. I went there for 1 week. And you have to think, in 88, what we knew about Australia and France, pretty simple. The Wallaby,
Yes.
because there was a Rugby World Cup of Elle Macpherson. There was a band called In Excess.
Yes.
And there was a movie called Mad Max. That was really the, in any order, the things I like.
Yeah. And all great things.
All great things. And I said, this country is pretty amazing. And I went there, come back, applied for my visa, and I got it straight away. This is the time when Australia wanted people to come in. And I got it straight away, and I said, I'm going. I will always be French by heart, because that's where I was born, and the heritage is deep down inside me of the value of what France is about. So, there is 3 famous words of liberty, égalité, fraternity, are the 3 key words of the Republic of France, and the things were close to me. But what Austria has done for me, I will be endeavor for the rest of my life. Like I'm a proud Australian.
Well, we're proud to have you.
Thank you.
And you've just come here and dominated, pretty much.
No. It's been hard work, and it's amazing to be part of this country who's getting better and better. The great thing about Australia is we decide to do wine. You have to realize 20 years ago, 30, let's say 40 years ago to be sure, there was no wine in Australia. Now we've got some of the best wine in the world. And without a doubt, Sydney and Melbourne are a capital of the world in a food destination as much as New York, Paris, Milan, London.
Australians are so passionate about their food.
Yeah.
Because a lot of our, being social and being with your family revolves around the table and the dinner table, or going out for food, or barbecues and that sort of thing. So it's sort of that thing that brings everyone together. And as Australians, that's what we love. We love to that.
But with the knowledge now, they just don't put just sausages on the barbecue. They try to find some, boutiques.
Wagyu.
Yeah, no, but it's amazing. Like we're trying to eat better.
Yeah.
And it's better for everyone. I think we're trying to be a little bit more responsible.
Yeah.
And
Well,
I think it's
that's
terrific.
what I like about you, is that you're making a difference with the gift and the talents that you have.
What I try to do with my knowledge, and by the way, I keep learning. So it's not something you leave university and that's it. Every day is a learning time for me, and I always try to learn and try to be better. But also I have a stage now. I need to teach people. That's why I get very excited when I see young cooks who are starting to do well, and I want to be as good as I can with what I do in my cooking, and I want to make sure I can give that as my knowledge to the next generation. So what I've done is not wasted, and we keep going, and I'm not saying I'm retiring, but that's part of it. It's important now, because there is a stage in your life, you're a competitor, so you don't want to share your knowledge. You want to be the best at what you do. And from a guy who just want to have people who say yes to him, you want people who challenge you in your enterprise. My goal as a business owner is to surround myself with the best people available. So the best pastry cook, the best fish cook, the best sommelier, the best manager, the best receptionist. I want them to be the best because I'm not frightened by them.
Yeah.
I want Guillaume brand to be the best. So my job is to surround myself with the best. Too many people surround themselves with yes men because of the insecurity of them. So some people are quite happy to be surrounded by weak people so that they never, but my position is well and truly to surround myself with the best people. And I like people who say to me their opinion because that's why you employ them.
Yeah.
So you employ somebody to manage your place, you know what? I want them to make the decision.
You're a busy man, Guillaume. You're not only are you a restaurant owner and a chef, and you've got so many balls in the air in your career, but you have a beautiful family. You have 4 children.
Yeah.
That's a lot of kids to handle, and a beautiful wife.
Yeah.
Did you meet your wife in Australia?
In Australia, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's you know, they're beautiful. My kids, they're my rock. You know, that's why you get up in the morning, and that's why you. The best part of the day is when I come home and they're all asleep, you know, and I said that's why I'm coming home. It's 11 o'clock at night and seeing them sleeping and dreaming and. But it's hard. It's hard because you know travel a lot, work at night, but you know everybody does it.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And
it's hard to find the balance. I mean, I'm a mum, so I understand that whole trying to find the balance and trying to, you know, do it all. It is hard. It's very hard to get that balance.
It's the hardest thing, you know. And, you know, when you get excited with your work, you can be very selfish because your work's taking over and you're loving it. And it's not like because you don't like your kids. But it's good sometimes to... You know, at one stage there is time when you have to work hard, when you're at the start of your career, and at another stage you need to start saying, you know what, I need to put a little bit more time into because they grow up so quickly.
Yeah, everybody
My
tells
oldest
me
one,
that.
Constance, is 15. My God.
Yeah.
She said to me when she turned 15, she said, Dad, can you believe in 5 years I'm 20? I nearly went like, oh, can you...
I know you've got 3 girls, haven't you? 3 girls and a
3
little
girls.
boy.
It's great at home. I love it.
Yeah.
But also, you know, because I'm not often at home, when I come at home, I don't want to be the, how's your homework? You know, Sancha is amazing. Like, she runs the house, you know, like it's so busy at home. So when I get home, I can't just jump in and say, I don't want them to do that. You know what I mean? Like, it's about coming home and you're not running your restaurant or your kitchen. You're coming home and...
Shift down a gear.
Yeah, that's hard, I find it hard.
Yeah.
So it's not such a thing as a perfect dinner at home, you know, and no fight at the table or...
Who does the cooking at your house?
I do. When I'm at home, I do it.
Yeah.
I love it. But they will say it take too long and...
Oh, yeah.
You know,
We don't need the garnish, Dad.
No, and, you know, if I was cooking pasta every night, everybody would be happy.
Yeah.
You know, we're trying to make some... it's about making sure you keep some time in your diary. You know, like now, once a week, when I'm in Sydney, you know, I take them for breakfast. So we leave home at 7 a.m. and we go to a nice little coffee shop for breakfast. And my 3 girls love it, you know, it's a special time. And it's trying to help Sancha with because it's busy. You know, my son who's 3 doesn't want to get dressed in the morning.
I have a 3-year-old. I know.
Doesn't want to get dressed. No.
Oh, yeah.
No interest.
Yeah.
But last night at 10:30, he didn't want to go to bed.
10:30.
Oh well, he's you know, he just went to sleep and wake up and want to play and you know.
Right.
And the 15-year-old is not happy because the 12-year-old wearing school socks and you start to intervene and at the end they turn at you. You know?
Yep. It's probably harder than being a chef.
Oh yeah, absolutely, but harder because it's the most precious thing you've got in the whole world.
Yeah. Well, that's beautiful to hear. That's
yeah,
really beautiful to hear. So tell me, what is next for the future of Guillaume?
Well, next we're launching a book in September. It's going to be called Food for Family. So we're giving all the proceeds to the Breast Cancer Foundation. So it's something very close to our heart. And the book is terrific. It's a beautiful coffee table book, and hopefully we're going to sell a lot of them.
Yeah, well, for a very good cause.
Yeah, so that's that. And we're going to open a bistro in the city of Sydney, so in the CBD, in George Street. So that's probably February.
Okay.
And yeah, I think that's enough for the moment. Like,
Yeah, just a few
trying
things on the go.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Well, we look forward to seeing all you do.
Yeah.
And thank you so much for joining me.
My pleasure. Thanks for the tea.
Iced tea with Jules.
Thank you.
Cheers. Cheers to us. Should we go for a swim or something?
That'd be pretty good.
Thank you, Guillaume. That is good tea.